Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Northtrail 24 BHS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. On your campsite, your awning, you have plenty of room for that to come out. And on your off campsite, of course, your slide. You have plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path over here, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are at. Your docking station and your power is going to be right behind your rear tire on your off campsite. Park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. You have a docking light here. Retract to bring down, extend to raise. You do have a manual override underneath that rubber stopper right there for this hand crank to go on if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts. Make sure them are nice and tight when you arrive. After you've got your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize it. On all four corners of the unit, you have stabilizing jacks. Power stabilizing jacks. You're simply going to hit extend. As I run these down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Run these down on top of one of those just until they're taut. If you feel the unit lift at all, go ahead and take it back down a little bit. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You don't want to bring them down until your unit's stable. You don't want to change the levelness. Sometimes they'll go down individually, sometimes they'll come up individually, most times they'll go down together. I just wanted to show you how those work. Once you get your unit stable in the front, come to your rear. I'll just show you these ones work. And extend these down the same way. Again, use your 10% off coupon, get a 4-pack of those stabilizing jacks, set them down underneath the jack pads, excuse me. Put them underneath there and get your unit stable. Once you're level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Power connection right here on the back of the unit, behind your tire. The way these new ones go on now, they're a pistol grip. They go in a little bit to the left, and then turn to the right, and then put your black washer on. If you need, at the end of that 30 amp service, big long cord, is a 30 to 110 adapter if you need to plug in a home. Get your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At campsites, we'll hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook your hose up, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Coming to the front of your off campsite is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point is make sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left that out last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Make sure that's snug, then you can go ahead and turn on that hose. Now once the hose has been on for a little while, open up your water taps. Once water's coming out of them, you know the air's out of your lines, and you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater inside. Now, let's say you're going camping and you're not going to use city water. You can use potable water. In that case, we're going to go all the way around to our campsite. To our fresh water connection. Simply fill this with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. two ways to tell when that's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks, press your fresh water button and that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using fresh water or potable water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we got our power and water hooked up to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit. I'll start at the rear of your campsite. Your outdoor kitchen area here is prepped for a TV. Put a little TV here. Bring out your grill here. Take your quick connect. Connect right up underneath there. Tuck your griddle back in. Put your hose away. Low point drains are right there. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace to clear that, it'll get rather warm. Outdoor speakers and a vent for your microwave. Fresh water connection again. A couple of 110s here. Your pass-through storage here. Here's a hand crank that'll go on your power stabilizing jacks. If you happen to lose power, you can still get them up. Coming to the front of the unit, your propane does have a cover and a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty loosey to open. Your battery has a battery disconnect. This battery disconnect will come in important later when I talk about your propane carbon monoxide detector. You're also prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right here and that will trickle charge your batteries. Again, your pass-through storage and hot water heater. In case you're wondering, these help your wipers flip open or close. Again, your power. Above your power is where you plug your cable in. Your city water connect. Below that is a black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Black and gray tanks, we'll dump those there. And you have an outdoor shower. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks. Spare tire. Unit's also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. Device you can purchase sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera for the unit. And extra storage. Bring your awning all the way out. I want to mention on the awning, if your picnic table's at the other end, it's raining, pitch adjust. Pull down on that and that's going to tilt all the rain to drain this way, or you can do it on the other end if your picnic table's right here. Well, it covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Just above that is your awning control. I'll run your awning in here real quick. All right, and we'll continue on. Next, there's your slide control. We'll run that back in when we're done here. Got a 110. Yeah, self-explanatory microwave. Show you that running one time. 1 second. You do have a light and a fan above your oven. Do have a light on your stove here. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply turn this to light, high, hit your spark and there's your flames. Same thing on your oven. Turn this to light, light it here, and then set it to the desired temperature. No longer a need for a pilot light. The fridge over here has a safety latch for travel. Make sure you have that over here for travel. Back here in the corner is your thermostat. I'm going to turn your air on real quick. I'm going to shut your air off. Now I'm going to turn on your furnace. You see that AC air shuts off rather quickly. Turn your furnace on. Now when I shut your furnace off, you'll notice that the furnace takes a couple of seconds longer to shut off. Back here, you have individual lighting in your bunk areas in 110. In your bathroom, you have a 110 with GFCI reset. Here's where you check your tanks. There's your brand new battery. There's your freshwater button. That's the water button that said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. And your black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater hooked up to gas, water heater hooked up to electricity, and turn on your water pump here using potable water. Going around here, your tabletop will remove. Once it's removed, wiggle your legs, set your tabletop down on top of these lips, put your back cushions on top for another bed. Unit's also prepped for a TV here. When you plug your TV in, your cable here, when you arrive at the campsite, make sure that green light's on before you run your digital channel scan. It's a digital channel enhancer to allow you to pick up more channels. If you're subscribed to WineGuard, there's your WineGuard Connect. There's your bedroom lights. Here's a lot of lights in here. 110 next to the bed. Little storage under the bed. A lot of your light in here, other than the overhead, is individual lighting. You just come up in here. Barely reach it. Come around back to your unit now. I want to bring you back here by the bathroom again. Underneath your storage here is access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Got a ton of 15s in there, a couple of 40s. And below that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention is 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect, keep this from running your battery down if you're out dry docking. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. I like to come in here and shut off all my main lights, and then I can walk through the unit and see all the individual lighting that I need to shut off. Walk through the unit, finish shutting these lights off real quick. Once I've shut off all the individual lighting, I'll turn on my main lights. We'll come down here and hit slide in. Slide runs in rather quickly. Once it's in, shut off our lights, exit our unit. Now for these solid steps, you want to make sure your exterior door is all the way out. Otherwise this will catch on it. Bring your door up. Pull this back to lock your steps in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift to turn this handle. At this point, you're going to unhook your cable, your water, and your power. Come to your low point drains. Open those up. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come around to our hot water heater. We're going to open up this pressure release valve. That's going to dump a bunch of hot water out of your unit. Once that's empty, you can go ahead and pull that drain plug. Be sure to close your hot water heater. Hook up your hitch and head up to the dump station. Now park accordingly. Your dump is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit. Once you park good, hook up your hose and you're going to pull your sewage outlet. It's going to be a black handle. Once your black handle is done, you can keep that black handle open and you're going to hook up the hose at the dump station to your black tank flush here. Hook that up, leave that black handle open, turn on that hose for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Unhook that water hose, come down here, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you, and you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. I hope you enjoy this North Trail for many years to come. Happy camping.